everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Let's start today's topics. Deutsche Bank is the latest target of banking sector jitters. Shares in the European lending giant tumbled as investors turned wary in the aftermath of Credit Suisse Group AG's troubles. The recent downfall of California-based Silicon Valley Bank led to a fire sale of Credit Suisse to rival UBS Group AG on March 19, further fanning concerns about the global financial system. American depository shares of Deutsche Bank fell 3.1% Friday. Evidently, Deutsche Bank isn't joining the likes of Credit Suisse, Silicon Valley Bank, and UBS on their financial merry-go-round anytime soon. More layoffs are hitting U.S. companies. Amazon on Monday said it will eliminate about 9,000 more corporate jobs, adding to previously announced job cuts, with Chief Executive Andy Jassy citing an uncertain economy. On Wednesday, internet job search platform Indeed, owned by Recruit Holdings, said it expects to lay off about 2,200 employees, or 15% of its workforce. The next day, professional services company Accenture plc said in a filing it is cutting about 19,000 jobs, or 2.5% of its workforce, over the next 18 months. Amazon shares lost 1.3% Monday. Perhaps Amazon should have thought twice about the whole firing people in the time of a pandemic thing. The world's largest coffee chain has a new leader. Starbucks said that Howard Schultz's third stint as chief executive ended Monday as incoming CEO Laxman Narasimhan took the reins. The leadership handoff comes as Starbucks faces Senate and shareholder questions on unionization. For the past 18 months, pro-union baristas have been pushing to organize U.S. locations over pay and working conditions. Mr. Narasimhan, who spent 40 hours training to become a certified barista, intends to work 4 hours in a different Starbucks store each month alongside employees, and expects his senior leaders to do the same. Starbucks shares added 1.2% Monday. Yes, the most important job qualification for a Starbucks CEO being a certified barista. GameStop's earnings surprise helped meme stocks level up. The video game retailer on Tuesday reported an unexpected quarterly profit after 7 straight quarters of losses. The company said sales of collectibles and game hardware increased during the holiday quarter. It also cut costs, including through headcount reductions. GameStop, considered the original meme stock, has been trying to turn around its business under the leadership of a revamped executive team and board of directors. After video game customers retreated from stores and pursued gaming online, GameStop shares surged 35% Wednesday, though the stock is still valued at less than a third of its peak in the meme stock frenzy of January 2021. We never would have guessed that the answer to GameStop's financial woes was cutting employee costs. EV's eventual dominance of the personal transportation market appears to be ensured by everyone but the people who count the most: potential car customers. UBS recently conducted a survey among 10,000 customers, which showed that the willingness to purchase an EV has been declining since last year. The survey additionally revealed that in every region, it's becoming harder for people to pay for cars, due to higher interest rates, car prices, and a consequential average spend of more than $1,000 for a car loan a month. Despite the concerning research, companies like Tesla and BYD remain on top globally in EV sales, but other car makers like GM, Ford and BMW are seen falling behind despite the findings of the survey that EV popularity is waning. Companies like Tesla and BYD remain focused on producing EVs like nothing's wrong. Ford Motor Co. is expanding its electric vehicle production with its new Tennessee plant, which plans to build up to 500,000 electric trucks a year, the company's next-generation F-Series electric pickup. Ford's Project T3 pickup is being developed on a new dedicated EV truck platform, and the $5.6 billion Louisville City complex will also have a battery plant capable of producing more than 40 gigawatt-hours worth of cells, enough supply up to 500,000 EVs a year. Tesla's electric vehicle plants may be 40% smaller than traditional plants, but Ford just won up their goal of producing an even larger amount of EVs with twice the power. Ann Winblad, Hummer Winblad Venture Partners co-founder, said that AI will drive the innovation in a wave of big tech such as Microsoft, Google, Nvidia and Apple. She mentioned that generative AI has become the table stakes of these companies, with the power of MSFT, Goog, GOOGL, NVDA, AAPL, and Amazon's AI. You can get the stock market to move any which way you'd like. Microsoft, the world's largest software company, is making strides to expand its video gaming presence and develop its subscription gaming services. In a deal estimated at approximately $69 billion, Microsoft has proposed to acquire Activision Blizzard, one of the world's largest video game publishers. The deal has sparked concerns among regulators in the United Kingdom, the United States, and across Europe, as they assess the potential of antitrust and anti-competitive implications for gamers. Looks like the tech giants have achieved world domination with their game consoles, if only it were that easy in the real world. Apple CEO Tim Cook is visiting China this week for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic. Cook is visiting a store in Beijing's Sanlitun shopping area and is slated to attend the China Development Forum, a state-sponsored conference. Apple has continued to diversify its supply chain away from China, but the country remains an important market for the company. Generating almost $24 billion in revenue in the last quarter, Apple may have been diversifying its supply chain, but it's clear that China is still essential to the Cupertino-based company's success. Despite promises of rehiring to come as a result of changing security vendors, Apple, APL, has laid off 618 security guards and personnel throughout California. Filings with the state of California show, while Apple has not reported any other layoffs so far in 2023, they were let go from 6 locations in the state, including those of Beats Electronics and an Apple distribution center. A majority of the security personnel have already accepted positions with the new vendors and were promised a seamless transition. Apple's promises of a seamless transition are cushioned by the 600-plus layoffs of security guards, as the tech giant continues to strive to define success in 2021. The banking sector saw much speculation and debate this week as the stock market recovered from an early dip and ended higher despite ongoing concerns about the banking sector. Deutsche Bank was a major focus of the debate, with its stock seeing a spike in the cost of default insurance and ending the day with a 3% decline, yet recovering from its lows of the session. Investors increased the odds of a rate pause by the Federal Reserve at its next policy meeting, which provided a much-needed boost to the markets. Despite the volatility in the banking sector debate, the stock markets enjoyed a bull market as if nothing had happened. Rivian Automotive Inc. is relocating parts of its manufacturing engineering team to Illinois to speed up production, to have the manufacturing and engineering teams closer to its facilities in Normal, as well as its headquarters in Irvine, California. The electric vehicle maker has been losing money on every vehicle it builds and narrowly missed its annual production target of 25,000 units last year due to lingering supply chain snarls. Investors have been unnerved by weakening demand for EVs as interest rate hikes and fears of a looming recession creep in. Rivian is gambling their future by relocating staff to Illinois, in hopes of speeding up production, but is the risk worth the effort? TikTok's future status as an independent business is in doubt after the recent congressional hearing. A bipartisan group of senators are sponsoring the Restrict Act to give the Commerce Department the power to ban TikTok, with the White House's support. The hearing underlined the fact that Congress and the White House both see this as a no-lose issue, since it addresses both the issue of social media reform and the issue of U.S.-China relations. The core issue is Congress' distrust of China and Beijing's links to the app. What makes it even more of a challenge for TikTok is that their services have few friends in Washington. It looks like TikTok is going to learn the hard way that it's not always wise to be so popular, especially if you're based in China. This is everything for now on the Wall Street Wackiness. See you in another time.